These people got busted maybe for stealing. The police are all surrounding them, going through their stuff here at the market. Uh-oh, busted. You do not want to go to Japanese prison, by the way, or jail. I hear it's miserable in there. They are strict on crime. No drugs. They know they took it. I know they took it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, this guy's busted. Ooh, he did it. He tried to run. Oh, they found the loot. Now this is supposedly very rare. Someone stealing. We took a walk down to one of Osaka's biggest malls, and as soon as we got down there, a crowd formed, cops showed up, everybody's like, ooh, look, someone's in trouble. Judging by their reactions, this was not normal. Makes you kind of go, wow, I guess crime really isn't bad here. Where we live, lawmakers don't care about shoplifting and stealing. Not anymore. You can do whatever you want to. It was that first morning in Osaka when we really started to understand and appreciate the Japanese and their views on law and order. Konnichiwa from Japan. Nick and Kim dispatching from all the way across the Pacific Ocean. Say hi, Kim.
Konnichiwa, YouTube.
We took 17 hours to get here. It was a pain in the butt. But we're here to see our BFFs here in Japan. I think they're our BFFs. Supposedly, it's kind of hard to tell if they really like us or not at this point. We are in Osaka right now, as you can see behind me. Osaka's a lot different than Tokyo. Feels a lot more modern, futuristic. Tokyo's a little rough around the edges, a little grungy. Not so serious. Here in Osaka, it's supposed to be like our version of Chicago. Laid back, more fun, more friendly. The food is supposed to be really good here. The music scene, as opposed to Tokyo, which seems a lot more business-like and not so laid back. That's what they say. Osaka's a huge place. The population is only 3 million in the city, but it's like 20 million in the metro area. Imagine if you took the entire state of New York and you squished it down into Delaware. Yuck. They also say that Osaka is one of the most livable cities in the world. I feel like that is something that we're gonna find out. It's supposedly really super clean and safe and friendly and lots to do, and it's supposed to be affordable. We'll find out if that's true or not. But we're gonna go out right now and we're gonna explore Osaka for a few days and see what it's like right now. Sheshite kato. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my goodness, it's Saturday night. So we picked the best or worst time to try to capture the mall and stuff. What the heck is this place? Osaka, Japan. The more laid back Japan. We had been in Tokyo for a few days and it feels so serious there, so businesslike. Osaka, they say, is more jovial, more fun. We were excited to see it. We spent a few days here, walked around, observed, and captured what we could, did our best. From our point of view, everything here is different and strange. That part was fun. The longer we wandered around, the stranger it felt not to have to watch our backs. We could just get lost in back alleys, not feel all anxious in large groups. We could set our stuff down and not have to worry about anything. That was the weirdest part.
Not brush my hair with this thing.
Downtown Osaka on Sunday morning.
Lovely.
Osaka weather, sunny. Are they doing the winter weather modification here too? Are they cloud seeding Japan? Oh, we got some drama. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. We got the fuzz out. I don't know. Everyone seems to be looking like that doesn't happen very often. It looks like a carnival. Like a giant permanent carnival. This is Lantern Street, Lantern Alley. I think at night this is really popular for drinking and carrying on. maybe the slight version of Piss Alley from Tokyo. Lots of little bars and restaurants tucked away back here. I think at night it's more charming. Like these, inside these buildings, look at all the businesses that are just packed inside of one building. Holy crap. All of that, like this whole street, I don't even know where it even would be. It's not that big of a building. It's just this endless maze of shopping. This is just overwhelming, and it goes on for a mile. Holy crap. I do not know what any of this says. You can probably even get a hooker in here. It's just anything you need. So this is the Dotonbori and the Namba neighborhood in the south side of Osaka. It's a bunch of arcades, theaters, temples, markets, dining, restaurants. This is kind of like their central hub for everything you could ever want. It's kind of like the nightlife core, even though it's about 1 o'clock on a Sunday. It's not nightlife yet. I'm sure this place gets absolutely bonkers at night. I don't know. But it's got a little mix of everything, some brand new fancy stuff with $10,000 handbags, and then it's got some old little beat up, hole in the wall places to get ramen, street performers, boat rides. It's very famous in Japan and clearly a tourist stop. This is the neighborhood right here where I opened the dispatch, where they were busting the kids for stealing. And then the next day after we were here, all the local news from around Japan was reporting on a stabbing that happened on this exact same intersection right here. Happened the next day after we were here. I was like, what? A stabbing wouldn't even be on our local news, wouldn't even make our, where we live, much less national news. Law and order, I tell you. I was so jealous. So I ran the numbers, and you can find this on the internet. It's pretty easy to find. We all know Japan's a very safe place. It's one of the safest places in the world. They have less than 1 murder per day. Per capita, it's pretty much the lowest in the world. Back home, there's 54 murders per day. And look at this. There's only 5 other countries in the world with more murders per year than the good old USA. And I'm not even going to say what I think about those countries. They're not pleasant. Only 200,000 people in Japan have a gun permit, can own a gun. It's one of the most strict countries in the world for acquiring a firearm. It's a privilege, not a right. Now, we're gun-toting central. The problem isn't guns, it's the people using them, and the lawmakers back home that allow the idiots to get away with using them however they want. If we prosecuted people, then they'd be gone from society. And also if we taught our kids better lessons and taught them to be more respectful. But that's a whole nother level of change that's probably too much to ask for. All right, we are in the Yakuko, which is the pharmacy here, and it took us forever to find it. I had to get the Stappa for anti-diarrhea. And this little black thing on there is for no stealing. This is our security measure. That's our security system. Yeah, you can really tell that they don't have a lot of problem with crime. That's good for them that that's all they have to do for their anti-theft stuff. And look, wandering around, we ran into a fan. This is Jono. Super cool guy. Thanks for watching, Jono. I said, what are you watching our channel way over here in Japan? He's like, well, I'm trying to learn English and see what it's like in the United States. And I said, Jono, most of the stuff I show is not pleasant. He kind of laughed about that. But anyway, nobody's going to mess with that store with Jono on guard. Tough dude. And everyone wants to know, where should I move, Nick? I want to go somewhere safe and affordable. So I have published an ebook. That's right. Click the link in the description to get my comprehensive and always updated guide on the best places to move in each state. Search Nick's ebook in the description below to get your copy today. And then you have the Umeda district here in the heart of Osaka. Now, it took us, this is day 4, it took us until probably now to fully kind of wrap our heads around what the Umeda district is. Everything is centered in one particular area, and you know it walking around. We've spent 3 days trying to understand this place, where they all are very social. They love window shopping. The food is very inexpensive. You can eat for $5 and wander around and window shop. That's what the Japanese people like to do, and that's why they're all here. I have a whole video just on the shopping in Japan. It wasn't until we got to Osaka when we really realized just how wild the shopping culture is here and how ingrained it is. So we picked the Umeda district for our hotel. We knew it was close to everything, but we didn't realize it was this close to like the country's biggest shopping hub and maybe even the world's. So take like 20 shopping malls and stick them all together. And then take that mega complex and stack it 8 stories high and put all of that on top of Grand Central Station. I guess that's the easiest way to describe this. A giant climate-controlled indoor downtown. The place is nuts. You get really expensive stuff, cheap stuff, restaurants, tons of toy culture things. They just love this toy stuff more than you know. The whole thing sits on top of the second biggest transportation hub in Japan. The train lines are why all this is here. You can get to Osaka from most of Japan pretty easily. So everyone comes here for work and to eat and to shop all damn day. This is their social life. It's their happiness. And where they get their money, I don't know. Because our economy isn't doing very well. I look like a total tourist dork right now. Like when a Japanese person comes to Disneyland and they're filming everything. This is just one building, one area of one building.
Okay, here we go.
KFC is a big deal here. They love KFC. So I had to try it. Got a KFC and an Asahi beer. Only in Japan. The train companies own most of the malls in Japan. Some of them actually own the most valuable real estate in the entire country. It's pretty smart. Build the railroads, and then build the city core around them. Open land is hard to come by here, and Japan hates big parking lots and long commutes. They love the convenience of easy commutes and walking around and socializing. And as we discover, this seems to define their outward existence. Being in public, going into stores, and walking around in circles. They love it. Now, I like my car freedom and the open highways and open space. I just couldn't do it. Too many people. Just too much. I'll tell you what though, their train stations are not sketchy at all. And our malls, they're all but dead. Maybe if we moved our shopping malls back into our downtowns again, people would go there. But Americans don't feel safe in public in large crowds anymore. Come on now. There's no way we would feel comfortable with our kids wandering around aimlessly like this. Not anymore. I don't think any of us feels like we can just get lost in a large group anymore without worry. What's that say about us? America first, right? We defend the world, supposedly. We make the world better and safer and freer, but we can't even gather in our own cities without worrying about crap. We have to worry about getting shot, stabbed, punched, getting roofied or kidnapped, robbed, carjacked, or we're just tired of stepping over junkies on every block. And that makes me sad. What can we learn?
You Americans need less guns, more prayer.
Wow. What do you think about that, Mappy?
You know how I feel about that. Violence may end an argument. Understanding prevents the next argument, Mappy. I don't pray, I spray. Peace through strength. Violence is the language of people who have run out of wisdom, Mappy. Real strength is knowing how to keep peace. Yeah, we'll kick your asses in football though, dude.
This is an actual room with actual beds that are not on the ground and an actual table, and it's not actually tiny. And look at this view. I mean, I feel like I'm in America. I'm sorry, folks. I just needed this. That's our view. I will get much better shots when the sun is not in my face. But it's more about the plumbing. The Japanese plumbing is very interesting. So this is how you turn on. The shower is like that, and then this is how you turn the temperature. Japanese toilets are way different. Their seats are warm, and when you get up, you don't have to flush. They flush themselves, which is nice. Didn't even have to touch it. And then, of course, everything's a bidet. Sprays your butt. That's the first time I've seen a brother on Japanese TV. So much drama. This is just great.
Who is he? I don't know. I've never seen him before. Well, I came back to ask you if you'd see after Mom's grave when you have a chance.
They like John Wayne here?
After Katie, it'd be a privilege.
火の元に注意。あと積雪の多い地域では雪崩などにも注意をしてください。続いて気温のことをお伝えします。この時間
Oh, the weather's gonna be nice today.
大阪 4.2 度、その他も冷え込みが強まりまして、京都は 4.1 度。
This is what a Japanese license plate looks like. That person's probably not gonna be happy about that. This is Toyota Noah. Kind of a minivan, sedan hybrid thing. The cars here, they have their own brands that you can't get in America. A lot of the cars look different. And metal parking blocks. And what is this? Is this an Osaka dive bar? You know how I love my dive bars. I'm gonna be super disappointed. It is not open. It's always closed. Oh my gosh, an actual trash can. They don't have trash cans anywhere in Japan. I think it has to do with something that was like a bombing or something, and they don't put trash cans out anymore. So you literally have to carry your trash all over. There's no trash anywhere here, really. Even though there's no trash cans, people are very good about just carrying it around with them. But this is very rare to find. I think that's the first one we've seen in Osaka. In case you're wondering, this is what a Japanese washing machine slash dryer looks like. They even give you a pin in the public laundromat so you can lock your stuff and nobody will steal it, even though you don't have to worry about people stealing in Japan. Come on now. So I've heard their dryers don't work very well in Japan. And you can't really, they just don't function very well. I don't know why. But everywhere you go, you see people hanging their clothes on lines. All right, so we're in downtown. It's kind of weird to see a gas station in the downtown area. We have not seen a gas station yet. This is Ineos. So you might be looking at it going, okay, gas station, I don't get it. Where's the pumps? The pumps are up here. So you pull in and the pump comes down from the roof and then you pump and then it goes back up. That is not anything I've ever seen before. So different, Japan. All the bars on these little side streets are closed. Right now, it's still technically Sunday morning. And then, oh, that's an interesting look. That's, you don't see that walking around here very often. He must be from where we're from. And then a little ramen restaurant. Not a huge fan of the way they do their ramen here, but that's fine. They have their own flavor. People just hanging out. Here's a Japanese post office delivery guy. That's how they deliver their mail. And off he goes to give more people their Japanese packages. That is why we're not driving here. Not only just driving the wrong side of the road, but I don't even know what that even means.
Google Translate can't translate that in time.
Yeah. And no bums, no junkies, no trash. Very clean. How do you do it? As we continue our journey, this is a apartment. No, it's just a regular building. I'm not sure. They're growing plants out of it. And then I saw this over here. I think this is a little shop. I don't know. I was just talking earlier to Kim about you don't see any Japanese flags anywhere in any neighborhoods, on any buildings. That is only the second Japanese flag I have seen anywhere since we've been here in about a week. I'll have to ask somebody why they don't fly their flag more. Oh, we got a party.
There you go. Listening up, leave a shut up, shut up.
Little teeny tiny car.
There you go.
There's what the cabs look like. That looks fancy. What a perfect ending to that song. I have no idea what that was about. And look at this scene in downtown Osaka. This is some park in the middle of like a little fancy neighborhood. But like, look at everybody has on black. I was told that the neutral colors is the way to go. People are walking their dogs. No bums, no BS. I bet you if you tried to start some trouble, some little Japanese cop would grab you hit you with a stick, and you'd be in a Japanese prison in no time.
And so far, super clean. Like
super clean. I mean, Tokyo wasn't dirty, but it was kind of grungy. I think this place sells turtle, which is gross. I've never seen anything like this. Some river that goes through downtown. Right in the middle of downtown, there's a temple. Smallest little patio restaurant you've ever seen. Everything is so little. Has-been stuff. It's the first time we've seen that here. Amusement park stuff. Regular people land. Definitely the gritty side. This is literally on the other side of, in the one street behind the Hermes fancy bag. Super rich land stuff. We're on this funky neighborhood in Osaka called Nakazakicho. Nakazakicho. It's like kind of like they say like hipsters and funky and weird and all this other stuff. Kind of a cool little escape from the rest of Osaka. And we're gonna put a Mappy sticker up. Oh, and I almost fell. There you go, Mappy. You are in Japan. Follow us and cut. So all these down these little alleys, it's just funky. There'll be like some thrift stores, some little cafes, places you can get some snacks. And then people live here too. So there's private residences. It's supposed to be where all the hipsters hang out. I don't know if I'm hip enough to hang out here. This is where the artists hang out, the cool people that are cooler than you and me. It's probably where you come get your hair dyed blonde and smoke cigarettes, complain about the cost of living. So they have these pet cafes everywhere in Japan. Basically, you pay money. It's usually like $10 an hour, and you go inside and you play with animals, basically. Cats, dogs. This one has a duck. You just sit inside and pet animals. They don't really serve food or coffee. You just sit and pet animals for $10 an hour. Yep. Look at the old Japanese architecture in here too. This is really cool in here. This is old Japan. They say it survived the bombing or whatever. Like it never got destroyed in the old. It's been here for a long time. How Japan used to be. How Japan should be. And oh my God, they're building right above it. It's not gonna be the same, damn it. Corporations ruining old Japan. And then a 7-Eleven. Oh God, they're ruining it. Damn China. Sunset in Osaka. That should be the name of a song. All over the place. It was in Osaka that we first tried conveyor belt sushi, and we were hooked. Let me tell you, you just grab whatever you want, they add it up. It is wonderful and it is cheap. We did this probably 7 times when we were in Japan. I wish they had this where we live. We said that a lot when we were here. This one, hamburger sushi. How did they know? They made it go right past me. Well, not everything looks good. Nobody wanted that raw tuna with egg yolk. It's been going around for an hour and a half now. Nobody wants it. It's so sad. Someone needs to eat it.
Yeah, it's handwritten.
Sometimes it's handwritten and it's just a guess. You don't even know what you're getting.
I'm not doing that.
Don't eat those. All right, the grand total, and we are both stuffed, is about $35, folks. And this is some of the best sushi we've ever had. And you know, we're not sushi snobs, but we kind of are. I'm not gonna lie. No tip. You don't have to tip here. If I would have back home, this would have been 85 plus tip. We'd be looking at $100 dinner. So this whole street is, I don't even know if this is even gonna show up. It's bars and restaurants. So this right here, this was one of the most lively streets that we could walk to from the hotel. Just hundreds of bars and restaurants stacked up and down the street. Just crazy. We didn't even know which one to pick from. So we just went into a building, got into an elevator, and got off on a random floor and found this place. We got lucky. We were the only ones in there. This is just super fancy. Like, way high end for for us and for a lot of places. And they've got like just tons of fancy whiskeys. This is just a fun little bar at the top of the building. I'm surprised they even let us in here dressed like this. And this is just one of just, you don't even know. You get in the elevator, you go upstairs, and you have no idea what you're gonna get, and this is what we got. God. Oh my gosh, so I don't know, I'm not a fancy whiskey drinker. They've got the Talisker, $629 a shot. Triple knuckle whiskey pours. We made friends with the dudes running the place. That's the owner right there. Cool dudes. We had a long conversation with them about Japan, and they told us that most people in Japan like Donald Trump's policies. Huh. But this place was a big change from where we had been earlier in the day. Complete opposite. At noon, like 8 hours before, we had partied with all the cool people down in Nishinari, which has been called Japan's biggest ghetto. Well, it is not that at all. You can look for that video in this series too. That place was a trip. No! You know, Umeda district is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This is the Starbucks menu in Japan. Of course, there's McDonald's everywhere in the world. We're gonna go inside and see what McDonald's is like in Japan. Oh, that's supposed to be in English. Okay, it's not really that weird. It's still breakfast. See anything weird on there? Ooh, there we go. Edamame and corn. What? That's cool. Should we get that?
Yeah, let's get food.
This looks pretty basic. It's just a kind of a hamburger looking thing. This is not normal. Edamame and corn at McDonald's. I need some salt. Okay. All right, so this is the first time we've tried a Japanese version of an American Western breakfast, and this is massive. It is a egg, bacon, salad, bread combo thing. $4.50 a plate, folks. I mean, just the side of bacon at Applebee's is $4.50 anymore. Yeah, Japan can feel very robotic and almost personalityless. The free expression here is second to the greater good. Follow the rules. Orderly, on time, like a machine. Japan first. You second. Look, I'm not selling out the USA. USA all the way, we're number one. Yeah. But we have a lot to learn about the way they do things here with crime and clean. Maybe our lawmakers and judges and DAs, they need to take a trip out to Japan and see how these folks have been able to thrive when law and order rules the day. It's not too late. Or is it?
We're rolling.
We're rolling. Look at that big, beautiful building. On a beautiful day, there's a park down there in the heart of Osaka, and it is a bright morning. They say this is the land of the rising sun. It is rising today. It's about 40 degrees. Beautiful, bright, sunny day. This is our final time in Osaka. This is the end of the Osaka video. We like Osaka a lot. It is a lot more open and welcoming and sort of friendly than in Tokyo, which seems a little bit more, a lot more busy, a lot more serious, a lot more corporate. This is definitely a lot more laid back here in Osaka. We couldn't even see, I mean, it's a giant place. I'm saying that we like Osaka, well, we like what we saw here. The place is absolutely massive. You could take 4 Long Islands, and that's the size of the footprint that is Osaka. We're never going to see all of it. We're never going to see a little teeny bit of it. I'm not going to pretend I saw all of it, but we like what we saw, and we're starting to get some perspective. This is day 10 on the trip, and the whole goal was to kind of say, what's the difference between Japan and the US? What are they doing better? What are they doing worse? Well, it's definitely safer here. You don't have to worry about crime at all. You see children 5 years old running around. Parents don't even seem to care. You see kids that are 8, 9, 10 getting on the subways and buses to go to school. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. They do not tolerate drugs here. That is a big no-no. There's no junkies, no sidewalk yoga, any of that stuff here. You would never, I don't think, ever see that. I think we've seen 3 entire homeless people in the entire 10 days so far. So they got that going for them. The food's actually pretty good, and it's affordable. So they have a really, it's cheaper here overall. You get smaller houses, but ultimately they do have us kind of licked on the affordability stuff, even though they pay lower wages and they kind of don't really have the ability to kind of upward mobility in their careers. They do have a lot of, it's a healthier place, but you know, personality-wise, the soul, the passion, they don't really have that. There's no independent spirit here. Everybody kind of toes the line. In Osaka, a little bit less than in Tokyo, but I still like America more. I like space. I like my open land. I like my freedom and my country pride. We've seen 3 total Japanese flags flying the entire time. I know they hate China, just like we do. We got that in common, I'll tell you that. And I haven't seen a damn cowboy hat the whole time. All right, that's the end of the Osaka video. We're going to Kyoto next. Owari desu. Sayonara, sucker. And cut. Okay, so we're now the most traveled channel in America. We've seen so many places and continue to get into the rest of America. If you're looking to move and you want help with the real estate agent or need ideas on where you can move, email me or click the link in the description. My video call consulting program might be perfect for you. I also have a new ebook. It's a comprehensive guide on the best and sometimes worst parts of the country that you can move to. We update that book all the time as we travel. The details for the consulting program and the ebook are in the description below. If you want Mappy merch, like t-shirts, stickers, and mugs, there's a link to my store in the description, or just click store at the top of the channel. You should think about joining as a channel member. Click the link in the description, or click on membership at the top of the page, or just scan this QR code on your screen. As a member, you'll get to see all the excerpts, Mappy bloopers, and uncensored content. There's even stuff I did back in college on there. I also do cameos. I can send your birthday wishes or hellos or whatever you want in a video message straight to your inbox. The link to my Cameo page is in the description. And finally, we have another channel that you should subscribe to. It's called Interviews Across America, where I upload all the uncut, complete interviews with real Americans from all walks of life. The link for that channel is in the description too, or just search for Interviews Across America. That's it. Thanks for watching.